Today we have an Australian thing called Skyhooks, living in the 70s, 1976, and it was a Melbourne band called Skyhooks. The requester said the Skyhooks were to Sherbert and our birthright here in Australia, as the Rolling Stones were to the Beatles. All right, so I'm excited to hear this. Let's see. How can I resize this window to be not covering my face, but big enough that we can all see it? And then, all right, let's go.
To calm me down. I feel a bit nervous, I feel a bit mad, I feel like a good time that's never been had. I feel a bit fragile, I feel a bit low, like I live the right life, but I'm on the wrong show. I'm living in the 70s, I feel like
excellent. I think that is an excellent song. It's so catchy. It just makes you happy. The minute I heard it, I was like, oh, yeah, this is like an upper song, you know? Like, it's like, oh, everything's so great. Like, oh, now that the video's over, Erica, make yourself look a little alive. no, so I thought it was really great. I love the melody. I'm living in the 70s. And they have that like, the guitar has a little bit of like a kind of distortion on it. It sounds really cool. And I thought it was interesting that I think it's the bassist that has the like makeup look, you know? He has the like, interesting. I can't find him now, of course, but you know what I'm talking about. There's that guy wearing like makeup that almost looks like a crying clown or something. So that's cool. And then the lead singer is wearing an open shirt with like lace, like just like Renaissance, like bearing the chest, but with a fur coat that's very loud. I like that. Oh, there's the guy. This dude. I was like, wow, that makeup, the necklace, like he's like these are like punk rockers or something almost, but it's like 1977. Oh, 74. We're like pre-punk rock, at least for like America. I think it was just kind of forming very late 70s, early 80s, but this is kind of like pre maybe, like it's kind of like it's gonna get break out. But to me this is a very I've never heard this song, and so I'm always amazed when Australian music is really good, but I've never heard of it. Like it's its own thing that never crossed. It's just Australia was too far away. The wasn't being promoted in America. Um, but yeah, it says two singles were lifted from the album Living in the 70s and Horror Movies, and they were on the charts, highest selling album at the time. And they were on the top charts, the latter of which was the six tracks were banned on commercial Australia. And however, in defiance, the new youth station in Sydney played the track "You Just Like Me Cause I'm Good in Bed." Ooh, okay, so they're a little bit like pushy. I see what you were saying by like the Rolling Stones. They're the more like edgy band compared to Daryl Braithwaite. So are you saying Daryl Braithwaite was in a band? Or was he just like the poppy singer that everybody liked and was like the good boy? You know what I mean? Because I just reacted to his horses because people told me I had to because it's like an Australian legend. But I like this song a lot. It's kind of like post Kinks. Kinks are British, and then they're kind of like Kinks-ish, but like different, but also moving towards that new age rocky pre-punk rock something. They're edging there. Like I can just kind of see where they are.
A bit nervous, I feel a bit mad.
I like that he has like shtick. It's like he's a performer and he knows he's performing, and they're hamming it up, and the costumes are great. His voice is very distinctive. I like a distinctive voice, even if it's not a beautiful voice. It's distinctive and it really fits the song. So I think it's great because not everything has to be beautiful. Not everything has to be like, oh, just it can be existing in what it is.
I'm living in the 70s.
Plus, they're talking about how like the 70s is so crazy. I might get another disease. Like, are they talking about like STDs? Like, it's like a very interesting. They had syphilis back then. I mean, they had a lot of things, but I'm just saying like, it's not what they're talking about, or they're talking about like a metaphorical disease, like being diseased, being plagued with capitalism or something. But yeah, it's a very clever song. It's danceable. I think it has such pop appeal too. It's not just like some heavy rock stuff that only like rockers are gonna like. It has like a totally pop rocky vibe. So great request. This is a 2-part request, and so oh, no, it's not. That was a 1-part request, but the same person put in 2 requests in a row. That's what it was. I was like trying to, okay, that's marked off now. Yay, completion. It makes me feel happy when I mark things off. And wow, the Skyhooks, man. Like I have so much 70s music in general, and this is so different than a lot of, because I've been doing a lot of the progressive stuff from the 70s, like Pink Floyd and then like Led Zeppelin, very different type of sound than this. But I'm sure I'll find, though when I did Supertramp, that's a little bit even more edgy than this. And then the Talking Heads, the very late 70s part of Talking Head, not the 80s part of the Talking Heads, I'd say this is more like that, like new wave-ish, but like it's developing and there's different countries doing their things at once, but they're sharing records and like they're traveling, and so like the music's like, it's not like now with the internet where like anyone anywhere can just like find something on YouTube and we have instant access to information. Then it was like, oh, I picked up this record when I was traveling, you got to listen to this. I was at this show when I was in the UK and I heard, so it's like things were just a little bit slower back then. Why was my mic so quiet? All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. If you want to sponsor a request or just put in one, even if you can't sponsor it, don't worry. I take free requests still, which is some people don't. But hey, just put it in my request form. The chances of it being done are like 100% if it's tipped, and if it's not tipped, it's maybe, like, it just depends on like if it comes up in a live stream, if I have the time, or sometimes someone will put a request, but it fits really thematically in something I'm doing, and I'm like, oh, that's perfect. Like if I'm doing a bunch of like Rolling Stone songs and someone puts in a free request, I go, oh, that's the song I should do next. So it does impact my decisions. Okay. Even if you cannot afford to tip, please do not tip if you cannot afford it. Like, use your money for yourself and your needs. Okay. I'm just very thankful to be here with this tiny platform. So thankful, so thankful that I'm making a little money on YouTube to help me support my children and myself. And thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm very, 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 very honored that I even get to do this. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not worthy, and I am very grateful. So thank you so much for even watching this, and thank you for taking the time to recommend this amazing 1974 thing, which again, my parents started college in 1974. So it's always just fun to see like what were young people like back in the 70s when my parents were young, like what was going on in the world and like what was the vibe. And it's a really cool vibe. That's what I have to say. Okay, bye.